going back to the hypocrite piece, I think it's just a
They going
convenient.
back there.
Yeah,
Well,
That's a
because
big
well,
deal.
to
it's a
y'all
big
point, I think
deal
it's
with
a convenient excuse. Like
Yes.
people, what I've learned in this life in my short time here, people find excuses not to do the things that
Yes.
they don't want to do.
Yeah.
Hmm.
right,
They can justify the things that they
That's
want to.
right.
right,
Right.
So when you
So,
really want to do a thing, you find a way and you
That's
figure out
right.
a
find
way
a
to
way.
do
Hmm.
it. So
yeah. Yeah.
I think it's just a convenient excuse because a lot of times they don't respect those hypocrites, that are preachers, but
Hmm.
then they'll shun the holiness church. Well,
Yeah. Why don't you
that
go to
take
one
all
that
of that.
that living right? Why
Right,
not go there?
right.
They'll say
Hmm.
that take all of that, or they kind of over the top, and
Mhm.
so they don't really have a made up mind to go.
Yeah,
Because if you want to
yeah.
go, you find a church that kind
Yeah.
of fits
Yes.
You can.
your
So
style, or the
bottom
preacher
line,
kind of
Yeah.
teaches the way that you like it, the way you receive it. Because
right,
we all have our purposes.
That's
right.
true.
So
Right.
to y'all's point, you could find a church
You can
You
that
can
find
find
a
the
church,
church. Hmm.
what
big,
you like.
medium, small. You can
So
find a church.
I mean, it's just a
Yeah.
convenient
Yeah.
excuse.
Yeah.
And then the other point I was gonna make is, as it relates to like the kids now, a big problem is like the social media.
Hmm.
Kind of like with anything else. I mean, it could be a blessing and a curse because we're exposed to a lot more at a younger age now. That's why like the kids now
That's
are so
Right.
advanced. You're exposed to all this information at a young age. So,
hmm
Mm-hmm.
back in the day, you didn't have access to all of this stuff for free. You would have to go to the library,
Yeah.
you learn it in school, or you'd have to be taught it.
Yeah.
Now
Hmm.
you
Right.
can
Hmm.
teach yourself pretty
Mhm.
much anything you
Mhm.
want to know
That's
if you
true.
just spend time online. And most of it's free.
Right.
Yeah.
So they got
Yep.
access to a ton of information about you name the topic, it's out there.
It's out there.
Hmm.
But the flip side of it is if none of it's rooted in God, then you're getting
Hmm.
all this information, but I mean, is it relating to your relationship with God, getting you stronger in the things of God and where you trying to get saved and live for God? So that's a big piece of it where a lot of it's not rooted in the church,
Mm-hmm.
where they're getting closer to God. They're kind of getting further away because these things on earth, we know it's temporary. So
That's right.
what Pastor Wood would say, if it's not about Jesus, well, it's not about anything. So,
That's
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
I
That's
mean,
a
if
good
it's a
one.
balance to where you're
Yep.
doing both, then that's great. But a lot
Mm-hmm.
of times, and I mean, we even had to watch it with our kids to make sure we kind of limit the amount of time they spend on it because it
Hmm.
does give you a break as a parent,